What's going on, family? This is Billy Miller, the motivational minister. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me on this live broadcast. Pardon the finger, just trying to make sure my volume is turned up. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. If you're watching live Facebook, most definitely click the notification button so you can get notifications. Excuse me. Get notifications for when I go live. Come to you today. I'm not going to be before you long. I just wanted to share something with you that was on my mind. Excuse me. Um, and I just jotted some notes down, so I'm kind of freestyling a little bit. I got some of the notes that I'm going to share with you. But as you see the title, it says, "Do you have a home base? Do you have a home base?" And I just want to share some thoughts that I have with you. Um, and so let me begin by showing you this card here. I'm starting to make some greeting cards, experiment with them. That they're not on sale yet, but I've just been experimenting with greeting cards, different types of cards. And I got some samples, and I said I'm gonna make sure my wife get the first greeting card. I want my wife to be the first one I give a card to. And this is the card. It says "Smile Anyway" on the front. And then it has some stuff right here in the inside. It says, "You deserve to be happy." And I left a note right here. I'm going to put it up on the big screen so you can see it. Hold on. Pardon my finger. Let's see, where did I have it at? Okay, so right here. All right, so if you look at that's the outside of the card, "Smile Anyway." When you open it up, you see right there it says, "You deserve to be happy." And then this was a handwritten note that I put in the card. I said, "My goal is to make sure, I'm sorry, yeah, my goal is to make sure our home is a place of peace that relieves you from the discomfort of the world." You see that? That's my goal. And so once again it says, "My goal is to make sure that our home is a place of peace that relieves you from the discomfort of the world," because the world is discomforting. The world is a place that we have to deal with, but we'll get into that in a second. And so, home base. Do you have a home base? So you remember years ago when we played the a game called tag. uh Remember the game called tag? I never knew it stood for touch and go. Touch and go. So you remember the game? You used to play tag, you used to play freeze tag, and one person would be it. Some people even called it it. Let's play it, and one person would be it, and they would run around and try to touch somebody, and that person would become it. And if you was quick like I was, you were able to maneuver and not get touched. But then you had a base. Everybody had a base that you would put your foot on the base, or maybe the car was the base, or maybe the pole was the base. And so whenever you got on that base, you were safe. So follow me, I'm going somewhere. So you were safe. And so if you understand that, if you remember that, the base was a place that was safe. Whatever was on that person, that was it, could make you it, long as you was on base. Just like even in baseball, baseball has a home base, or home plate as they call it. And people would go to all the other bases. They were safe long as they were on base. They couldn't get out unless they got off of the base. But the whole goal was to get to the home base, the home plate. And your home has to be your home base. Your home needs to be a place where you can go, that you're safe. Are you following me? Because you go out into the world, you go into, you got to go to work, you got to go to the grocery store, you got to go deal with the outside world. and people are trying to tag you. You know, people, you dealing with different personalities, different attitudes, and they're trying to make you it. They're trying to tag you and make you it. And you're spending the day maneuvering, trying not to let people get you out of character, trying not to let the wrong influence you. But when you get home, it needs to be home base. You need to be safe where the outside world can't get to you. The outside influence can't get to you. All right, so let me look at it. Let me give you a definition of home base. Home base, the definition I have here is the place where someone usually lives, works, or operates from. And it also says a place where activities are carried out. It's headquarters. So your home has to be a place uh, uh, where it has to be the headquarters. This is where everything comes forth from you. Everything that's you that comes out. This is your home base. This is your uh, safe place. You know, I like I said, I guess I got different notes here. I'm just go through them. It's not written in any particular order, and I just wanted to share this with you right quick. Your home base is a safe place. Home base is a safe place. And listen, let me put this one up here right here. Home base is a place where you recharge. I remember seeing a Def Comedy Jam, I believe it was, years ago, when I remember this man was telling the story. And it was a joke, but he was saying how he come home, and he just pull up in the driveway, and he look up and he see all these bad kids just running around and play. And he said he kind of just look at him. I always had this look like I don't want to go in here and deal with this. And then he jokingly, smoked some weed, took a hit of his blunt, and it was a joke, and I got the joke. But in real life, man, that's not something that you don't want your home to be a place that you dread to go. You should never dread to go home. And so you have to create your home to be a place where you can't wait to get home. You're out there in the world, you out there working, you out there, doing whatever you do outside your four walls. But when you come home, man, you need to be eager to get home, eager to recharge. You should be able to recharge when you get home. Recharge when you get home. So let me show you this scripture here. Well, actually, before I show you the scripture, let me show you this. You don't need a perfect home. You just need a home base. You don't need a perfect home. You just need a home base. All right. You need to create your home to be home base. Let me show you some other little nuggets in here. Just like I said, I just got different notes I just wrote down as I was thinking. Uh, I like this one here. Home base should be filled with things that bring you pleasure. For example, you should have pictures. Everything in your home should be things that's going to bring you pleasure, like pictures, certain smells. You might have certain incense or air fresheners, furniture. As a matter of fact, I have this couch that's downstairs I need to get rid of because every time I see it, it reminds me of a bad decision. And I sit on it every day, but the couch, because there's a story that goes with it, it reminds me of a bad decision. And I need to switch couches. Why? Because my house needs to be filled with everything that's going to bring me pleasure, everything that I'm delighting in, whether it's pictures, whether it's, are you following me? Uh, this is one of my favorite one right here. Every home base needs to have a garage. And when I say a garage, I'm not talking about a house with an actual garage. I did a teaching a while ago called Where's Your Garage? You need to go look up that teaching. And a garage is not a physical garage, even though it can be. But when I say a garage, it means a place of innovation. You need to have somewhere in your house where you can go and you're allowed to dream big. You're allowed to dream bigger. Are you following me? And I have a garage. I'm not in there now. I'm actually in my bedroom, and there's a little corner in my bedroom right now that has a chair that I like to sit in. This is one of my places I like to relax and I like to comfort. Usually I'm in my lives, I'm in what I call my garage. So if you look at, see, you're familiar with my lives, my other live would be in a different room with the shirts in the background. That's my place of innovation. That's my place of growth. And I remember when I first moved here, I put a picture of a floor plan on the wall of one of my dream houses. Not the biggest dream house. My biggest dream house is a mansion, but it was the one that's under that. And I put it on the wall, and I remember saying to myself, "There's a lot of things that are going to be birthed here. There's a lot of dreams that's going to be birthed here. A lot of books a lot of ideas are going to be birthed right here." And sure enough, it has. My book ideas was birthed right in my garage. My business was birthed in my garage. Books were written from my garage. Even as recently, I just told you about my greeting card idea, birthed right out of that garage. You got to have a place that you can go to where you're allowed to dream big. Like you can't go in there. Listen, I know you might be sitting at the dinner table and you may talk about things that require limitations and well, I'm gonna need money for this, or I'm gonna need support for this. But when you go in your garage, you got to be a place that you're allowed to dream as big as you want, no limitation, no restriction, and don't allow any of that in there. I don't allow any limitations. I'm free to dream as big as I want, regardless of the cost, regardless of the possibility. I'm allowed to dream big, and that's the place I go where I want to dream, man. I have permission to dream. Where in your house do you have permission to dream? If you don't have a garage, a place of innovation, a place, listen, it might not be, it might be an actual garage. Some people say actual garage, but it might be a bedroom, extra bedroom. That's what I have. It might be a corner in your bedroom, like this chair, like I told you. This is not my place of innovation, but this right here, this chair right here, is a place of peace. When I come and sit in here, it's usually when I got my phone and I'm reading the ebook or I'm reading a book. I like to just read a book. I got books. Oh, let's see if I grab one right quick. Sorry. I usually have them right here on the arm, but I moved it out of the way for the video. I like to sit here and read a good book. This is my place right here, peace. So when I sit here, sometimes I watch TV. I got a TV right in front of me. Sometimes me and my wife will watch a show together, but we usually watch TV downstairs. But sometimes I watch up here. But when I sit here, man, I get me a nice little hot beverage, and I sit it right here. I got a little thing right here. It's just peaceful. When I go in my garage, I'm usually in there by myself, and I dream big. And I dream big, and that's why I come up with my ideas. Because remember, one of the definitions to the word home base is a place where someone usually operates from. It's a place where you dream from. And so I'm just giving you some ideas of how to create your home base because, like I said, it needs to be a place that's going to relieve you from the pressures of the world. You already got to deal with the world. Now you need to be relieved. You need to have a place that relieves you from the pressure of the world. And that's what you need to have when you come home to your house. And remember, I told you, you don't have to have a perfect home because some of you may be sitting there saying, well, I understand what you're saying, but I live in the hood. I live in the project. Listen, you don't have to have a perfect home. You just need to have a home base. From there, I don't care if you're in the projects. I don't care if you're in living in poverty. I don't care if you're in a studio apartment. You can make that home your home base. You can create it to be a home base. And I guarantee you, if you do all the things I just told you, you have the things that's going to bring you pleasure. You know, you have the sense that's going to bring you pleasure. You have that area in that home that's your place of innovation where you're free to dream big. I promise you, you won't be living there for very long because that's going to be your headquarters. That's going to be the place that you operate from. That's going to be that foundation from where you spring forth ideas and innovation. God speak to you and all of that good stuff. Let's look at this scripture right here. This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 1. This is the English, easy to read translation. It says, "It is better to have nothing but a dry piece of bread to eat in peace than a whole house full of food with everyone arguing. Listen, you can be broke in a house with nothing but some crumbs, it said, but you have peace. You don't created a home base. You ain't got much, but you got home base. It's better than being in a mansion full of fancy furniture, full of food. But everybody's arguing. Everybody's in discord. Everybody's in a bad place. And with that said, listen to me. I'm totally aware that some of you who are watching me right now, I'm totally aware that you may feel, you may be in a situation where you dread coming home and it's out of your control. It's nothing you can do about it, so to speak. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. I'm totally aware that you may be married and your spouse may not be on board. And you may be in discord with each other and you don't have peace in your home and you dread coming home. I'm totally aware that some of you may have rebellious teenage children who's causing you stress. You don't know if you're about to go to jail for going upside their head or you gonna get a phone call because they in jail. I'm totally aware of the stress that it causes you in your home. I'm totally aware you may be living in an apartment and your neighbors is just disrespectful and loud music and weed smells so strong you smell like the weed coming from your house and it's disturbing your peace. I'm totally aware. I'm totally aware of all these things. I'm totally aware you may have a family member that asks you could they stay with you for a little bit. Could they stay with you for a month? And you wanted to say no, but you felt like if I say no, I'm not supporting them. So you agreed to do it, but you didn't really want to, but you did it because they needed your help. Now it's been 3 months going on 4 and they still there. And you done lost your peace. You want to say something, but you seem like you the bad guy if you say something. And then just little things frustrate you. You might say, I'm about to get off work, I'm about to go home and sit down and on my favorite little spot on the couch and I'm gonna watch my favorite show. I'm gonna watch whatever, on Netflix or whatever. And then you come home and they go your family member, they'll sit down with their friends and you just don't even feel comfortable. And you just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to my room. You just go to your room. But you don't have your peace. You're gonna have to do something to create a space for you to have peace. You're gonna have to give your family member an ultimatum. Oh, but they gonna be mad. Yeah, but you'll still have your life. You get your life back. They would have been mad probably if you would have told them no when you really should have. But guess what? You would have lost your peace. You'd have still had your life back. Your children, you're gonna have to figure it out. Listen, like I said, I don't have all the answers, but you're gonna have to constantly, every day, figure out how I'm going to create my home into a home base. Because I can't be coming home and be drained. The world is already draining you. You don't need to come home and be even more drained. You need to come home to recharge. That's part of what a home base is. You need to come home to be recharged. And you might have to you might got some adult children living there that's rebellious, unthankful, and just giving you just hell. And you have to give them ultimatum. Listen, in this house, we gonna have a home base, or you can't be here. And maybe you and the spouse that's in discord. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. It might not work out. But every day you got to figure out, you got to take one step closer to create home base. I hope this is making sense to you. Let's see. And like I said, I'm not going to hold you long, but you need a place that where you have home base. You need a home base. Let me see if all right, listen, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I want to go stay on long, but this is something that uh, I've been doing, but now I have a name for it, and I call it home base, and that's what me and my wife call it. And we can't wait to get home because home base is like we say. We and you know what? Another thing, even though we've created this place, this and like I said, every day I'm trying to make it more and more a place of peace, home base, where you want to come home. The devil has ways of sliding in, and sometimes it'll come through a phone call. And sometimes it'll come from something you see on TV, the news. So you got to be careful with those things because as you're creating home base, you might be safe, but the devil's slick. So he'll come. Look, he know they can't get somebody to come to the house, so he'll come through the phone. So you get a phone call and it just drains you listening to that phone call. Or you watch the news, or you watch too much news, and of course you need to know what's going on, and you need to keep up with what's going on. But if you let it fill your mind too much, now you in your house living in fear. Well, how did the devil sneak in? Because he entered into your eye gates and your ear gates, and by the stuff you see, by the stuff you hear, and so you're gonna have to monitor that. And don't let your house be a place. Um, don't let your house be a place that drains you. Create a place. That's like at my dinner table. For years, we always ate at the table. When we even wanted just me and my daughter. When it's dinner time, you're not going over there on the couch and I'm going over here in my room. No, we eat at the table and we don't have our phones. And we go talk while we eat at the table. That's just the culture that I created. Now I'm not so anal like I got my children adults now. They come visit and they sit at the table eating and they pull out their phone. I'm not, it's not like a religion where I'm about to smack their hand and put the phone down. But for the most part, we go sit at the table and we go eat, talk as a family, and we go eat and enjoy food, even the scent of food. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I come here on a Sunday morning. I mean, a Sunday and whether it's Sunday morning or Sunday night, and smell that food cooking. What that brings me pleasure. What brings you pleasure? What brings you pleasure? And you should fill your home with that. You should only have pictures on the wall that's gonna make you smile, furniture that's gonna make you pleasant, smells that's gonna make you happy, sounds, even music, whatever it is. It needs to be a safe place. You feel safe there. Billy, you saying we got to get firearms? No, I'm not saying that. You might, if that's gonna make you feel safe. But you got to have a place when you come in, man. Once I walk in the door, I leave the world out there. And now I'm in my home base. I'm on base. I'm safe. You can't touch me. You can't influence me. You can't. And then I start over again the next day as I go face the world. And I'm gonna maneuver because I was good at tag. You ain't gonna touch me. Up, up. And soon I'll be right back home at home base. Listen, y'all share this video. Thank you for tuning in. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. And always remember that the word is your life.